How's it going, everyone? SimIAm here, but you guys can call me Sim. And today we're going to be doing a pretty quick review of Jarry Manna's latest project, Holy Weapon Volume 3. Before we get into it, I just wanted to thank you guys for the continual support you've been showing. With that out of the way, let's get right into the review. Let's start off with the first song, Wave Tutorial. Right, so that's the name of the song, but it's not really a tutorial. Jarry talks about how he's been riding on a wave of success and blessings as of late, thanks to God. He also calls out rappers who aren't building up the culture and challenges them to live a new life in Jesus. It's not much of an intro, as Jarry just throws you into the album. It does feel very simple though, so for me it works as a first song. It's a good song and it gives you an idea of Jarry Manna's sound both lyrically and production-wise throughout this album. Local Waivers. This song has Jarry Manna talking about his past a bit, calling out those who teach younger generations falsely and generally relating to his listeners. Paris Chariz makes the song a bit lighter with lighthearted wordplay, but he takes time to encourage listeners not to be mediocre in accomplishing God's work. So I like this song about as much as the first one. The hook isn't as good, but Paris Chariz's verse is really solid in its wordplay and flow. Jarry Manna had a good verse too, making subtle references on a level I haven't noticed him do before. The Moves. This song feels like it has more of a strong mood rather than a message. It's very nonchalant, confident, and smooth. One thing I enjoy about Jarry Manna is that despite his serious sounding voice, it usually sounds like he's having fun on his tracks. Due to his flow and ad-libs, this track just feels laid back overall, and I like that Jarry isn't taking himself too seriously here. The Most feels like Jarry coming to a breaking point. He can't be content with the way things are. He's too ready for some real change, whether or not the culture around him is ready. I know this is probably an unpopular opinion, but this is my least favorite song off of the album. The hook is really catchy, but the beat is doing a little too much for me. It's hard to appreciate Jarry Manna's flow here because the bass and the beat in general kind of drown him out at times. When I listen to this song, I find it difficult to focus, at least until the hook comes back each time. Blessings on the Way. This song is exactly what the title implies. Jarry is celebrating how far he and those with him have come. He's also faithful that God isn't done with him and has more blessings for him in the future. No Big Deal shares a pretty similar sentiment in his verse. This song is, in my opinion, really good for two main reasons. The first reason is that it really just sounds good, with a strong balance between bass and other instruments. Secondly, it shows that No Big Deal and Jarry Manna can absolutely kill a song that belongs directly on the radio. Now, I said before that Jarry Manna has a radio-friendly sound, but it was never a spot-on description. His music just wouldn't sound totally out of place on the radio. Past songs like Special or Good Wave showcase this radio-ish sound, but they still don't seem right at home. Blessings on the Way is fast, upbeat, and has excessive and unpredictable bass drops. I wasn't aware that either of these artists could handle this kind of sound with such expertise, so I have a lot of admiration for this song. Wavy Love. This is a love song addressed to his partner. It might be an unpopular opinion again, but I think this is the second best song on the album. These younger artists are really good at making unique love songs that strike a great balance between serious and lighthearted. This beat has amazing transitions, and I'm a sucker for beats that have solid build-up leading to the bass drop. The rhythmic clicking makes the track even smoother, and Jarry Manna really shows his penmanship on how well-paced and catchy the hook is. New Wave Anthem. This song is about newness. Jarry Manna is decided about who he is and what he's doing with his life. He's committed to this new wave and invites those around him to join him. He's got God on his side and won't let himself be stopped. Here's another unpopular opinion. This is hands down the best song off of the album. No matter how I look at it, none of the other songs can touch this one in any aspect. It doesn't even have a hook, so songs like Wave Tutorial, The Most, and Wavy Love, where the hook is one of the strongest points, can't compete. Blessings on the Way and Local Waivers can't compete either because Jarry Manna holds down New Wave Anthem all by himself, so the song does an even better job of showcasing his talent. That leaves one song left, The Moves, and New Wave Anthem runs laps around it. Let me explain why I think this song is so great. Let's start with Minimalism. Minimalistic beats aren't always the best, but they are incredibly good at standing out. This song feels very light sonically, and you actually feel each instrument being added in, one by one. The result is a beat that feels very precise, and I'll always say that a beat with good precision trumps a beat with good bass. There's also the element of focus. Jarry Manna comes across as very intentional on this song. This song doesn't have a hook, yet it's almost as long as Wave Tutorial, which has its long hook come in on 3 separate occasions. That means New Wave Anthem is purely Jarry rapping and flowing, with no breaks in between verses. Every part of this song feels equally important. This is definitely one of the more serious songs I've heard from him. Lastly, let's examine the element of build-up. By now you can probably tell I'm really big on songs that progressively build up. And here's one of the biggest reasons why I like this song so much. It's constantly building up, and you can really feel the mood becoming increasingly joyful and excited. What sold me on this song was when, about halfway through, the beat starts to get noticeably calmer. Then, it completely caught me off guard by going up a couple of pitches to create a similar but fresh sound. The beat instantly becomes more optimistic and victorious, the kind of song that makes you feel really hopeful. So this song easily became my favorite off of the album for all of these reasons. New Wave Anthem is amazing because it showcases a very different side of Jarry Manna. He can make bangers, he can make slow-paced songs, but now he can make fast songs that don't even feel very rap-like, conventionally speaking. This feels more like a dance track, or I suppose you could say this is really new wave music. It's fresh, it's captivating, it's happy, and I could not love it more. All in all, this was a really solid album. Each of Jarry Manna's Holy Weapon volumes had one song that I really fell in love with. Holy Weapon Volume 1 had 64 Palms, Holy Weapon Volume 2 had Jonin Exams, and now Holy Weapon Volume 3 has New Wave Anthem. The good thing about this album is that it tends to jump up in quality with each consecutive song. Perhaps the only thing I felt was genuinely lacking was a Mowgli the Iceberg feature, because I see crazy collaboration potential between the two of these artists. But of course that's a subject for another video. Christian hip-hop needs more fun music with youthful vibes, and Jarry Manna does an excellent job of providing this. Even so, he's not one-dimensional and does an equally solid job of showcasing his ability to bring different sounds to the table that all sound authentic to his style. Overall, it's a great and well-balanced album. Not too many bangers, not too many features, not too many similar flows and styles. But, of course, that's only my opinion. What did you guys think of Holy Weapon Volume 3? What were the best songs, and how good would you say it was? Was there anything you felt was missing from the album? Let me know all of this stuff and more in the comments below. If you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe for more, and share it with your friends who love hip-hop. Until next time, guys, peace out.
It's awesome how we truly gathered. I've been out here spazzing, I be ripping, super spitting. Boy, I feel like